new place. I actually haven't been, but I want to say quick, first of all, if you guys have, in case you haven't seen, there is cool new gear available, linked in the description below. As people have been asking me, I found a way to finally be able to get gear and stuff printed out. More designs and all that kind of stuff coming. I'm trying to just have fun and take my time with it. That's the first thing. Second thing, and it's linked below. Second thing is, I want to say, there are a lot of dogs in Bali. That's the second thing. But the third thing, I guess, would be, first of all, look how beautiful this is. This is probably a very dangerous way to walk in the nighttime, but it is beautiful right now. The next thing I'd like to say is I'm so happy to have you guys here. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy for the comments you all have left, comments that you have left, just sharing you guys' story and being vulnerable. And I think that's such a big superpower now. We tend to get told that, you know, don't be strong, don't show emotion. That's the real superpower, but it's being vulnerable, sharing the truth, sharing your pain, sharing your experience, so that maybe some of the things that I've experienced, you can kind of just learn from me instead of having to go through some of it yourself. But on that note, today you're going to talk about something different, and you might not believe this. I'm pretty sure you won't believe it, but I promise you it's true. There was a time when I was not like this big. I wasn't this big person like this. Growing up, I was never the tall kid. I always call it, I was kind of short and I was really unathletic. I've touched on it before. And I say that because, you know, the person who I've evolved into now and become on a physical level, mental level, that could have never been predicted if you would have looked at me back when I was younger. You know, so many people, you know, has that dream story. As you guys know, I was a pro athlete for 12 years. People have this maybe this thought in their mind, like, oh, he was born with the basketball in his hands. And a lot of these, and I never touched a basketball. Maybe I touched one, but I never played basketball until I was like 14 years old. That's when I started playing. And before I was 14, there was not an athletic bone in my body. I could not win anything. We used to do these tests to see how many pull-ups we could do. I could never do a pull-up. I could never do push-ups and sit-ups. I couldn't do anything. So if you would have looked at me then, you could have never predicted that I'd be where I am now, or where I was 10 years later as signing my first pro contract. You know, and I just, you know, I say that because so many of you all want to achieve something here, and I still want to go further. And we're looking at where we are now and trying to predict where we are now and where we've been to where we're going. And it doesn't work like that all the time because there's so many factors you don't know. As you guys know, I'm always telling you guys to go out, say hello, meet new people. And, you know, you never know that one person that just spikes your entire life. For me, it was one guy who told me, hey, you know, you're good enough that you could go to college for free. That was the one thing that kind of just changed my life completely, that put something in my mind that I didn't see possible. You know, I had, you know, and rest in peace, I had Kobe Bryant's trainer come up to me when I was 16 and say, you know, you have a great jump shot. You should use it more. And that in my mind set something up new to change the way I played basketball. You know, later on, my college coach sat me down my last year of college and said, hey, you're good enough that you can play after this and never have to work a day in your life. And that sparked something new in my mind and took my life in a completely different trajectory. And I say that because so many of us, myself included, we kind of look at where we are now, and we may like it, we may not. At this moment, I like this view. I like sharing with you guys and being here at the same time. And I say that because, but it's not where I want to finish and end up. There's so much more. And as I was short and I was unathletic, and, you know, people probably looked at me then and it was like, there's no way he's going to be an athlete at all in anything. But things happen. I call it the why factor. They're the things you can't explain. It's the person that you meet that instantly it changes your life. And thankfully enough, I've been that person for a lot of you all from some of your comments in the last videos. And it's a pleasure for me to just be able to just inspire you guys just a little bit. You know, and today, as I'm here, and by the way, this is the rice fields, you can see. People usually sit there, have some lunch, chill out, relax. But as you can see, where you are, there's always so much more you can do. And so many of us get so caught in like what I've done before and then where I am now. And then we're trying to use that to project where we're going. And almost like if we have that like same mentality that we have of where we were and where we are now, and we keep that, then it's easy to predict where you are. But what if you like kind of just shifted your mind like today? You know, for me, it wasn't shifting my mind. It was having someone say something that shifted my mind mentally. And at the same time, I grew about 9 or 10 inches from 17 years old to 19 years old, or 16, I'd say from 16 to 19 years old, I grew about 5 inches. And that changed dramatically, as well as my mind. And it was that factor that changed my life and the trajectory of my life. And, you know, I say this to motivate so many of you guys, because I read your comments, have some really cool episodes coming up here. I'm gonna have a masterclass that's gonna come out that's gonna be free for all of you guys to join. It's actually gonna be teaching you guys how to, well, I'll talk about it later. But, you know, I hope that coming up later in these episodes, you'll find out that so many times people just kind of put you in this category. Like where you are right now, people are like, you've always been there, so that's where you're always gonna be. So then when you try to get out that box, as we talked about yesterday, of course they're gonna doubt you. Of course it's gonna be hard to have supporters. Of course, because no one actually saw the vision that you see. So if it could be one thing, even if it's me, it would be an honor and a privilege. Hello, Bakamar. Whoa, gosh, it's okay. Yeah. She's trying to ride a bike here. I would not. Yeah, very good idea. Oh, yes, very dangerous. Yes. So I jump. Yeah, dangerous riding a bike. I can't remember what I was saying. I believe it was on the lines of, like, if you guys see that vision and you hear someone that shifts your mindset, shifts your thought, whatever it is, like if you realize, which is very true, every single one of you can have the life you want. You guys can be traveling, you got whatever it is that you want to do. Once you see someone do it, and all of a sudden, all it takes is just being like, I think I can do that too. Like, it's that little shift. Whoa, look at that sun though. Look at that. It's that little shift that can change everything. So someone who knew you before, in 2 years, you can be so far ahead of anything you ever thought, just because you had that one little shift. You know, I think I believe the saying is, if you start in Los Angeles, California, and you're going to Sydney, and you just start 1 degree off from Sydney, from LA, when you arrive, once you arrive and you go straight the same amount of time, you'll be, I think, 2,000 miles from the continent. Oh, is it a continent? You'll be 200 miles from the country of Australia. Literally. Like, that's how much one little shift can have over a long duration or a lot of repetitions. So I tell you guys all this because, you know, I just believe in so many of you all. Like, when I grew up, these videos that I make now, these episodes that you guys are seeing, this is something that I needed growing up. I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have that one person who was like, yeah, let's go. I believe in you. I'm right here. And was super interested in what I was doing. So I hope that these episodes can be that for you. I hope that I can just help shift your mindset just a little bit. As I say, I'm always here for you guys. Reach out to me, send me an email, send me a message, leave a comment. I'm reading all the comments. And I'll try and do a better job of liking it so you know that I read it. But it's so true. It just takes one little shift, one little person to tell you, like, hey, you know, you can do this, and you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. And let me tell you guys from just my own experience, me being here in Bali, I had not planned this. I was supposed to play at least another year, save up more, and do a whole bunch of things, plan things out more. But I kind of, something said to leave a year early. So I hadn't planned for this at all. There's no way I was supposed to be able to even be here this long. Matter of fact, thank you to you guys who are my patrons and YouTube members of this channel, and you all who just contribute to my channel. It's that reason that I'm here. And that's a factor I could never have considered. I never could have thought in a million years that there, and I still get emotional about this, that there would be people who would contribute to my journey and contribute to me, contribute to this channel, this mission, what I believe in, and that would be allow me to travel and do and live the best life that I can, so that I can share it and help inspire other people. And I say that, and I try to say this in every episode, is that it's not a joke at all. You know, I've seen in the last video I made, I think I was talking about how I had Side Hustle Magic come out, and I told people about how, you know, people are like, well, you don't have the views to travel full time. What are you talking about? And it's like, yeah, but I have the people here. You know, I built something that is is able to help other people, but at the same time, without the people, it's nothing, because they fuel me from a financial standpoint, they fuel me from an inspirational standpoint, and more importantly, they fuel me from just a deep down need to always be helping people. And I can't thank you guys enough. I hope that you got something out of this episode. And by the way, this is a beautiful setting here in Bali, and there's nothing really, this is not any tourist spot or anything. This is literally just I think this is just a driveway. Like someone just lives right there, and just kind of shows you how beautiful it is here in Bali. And I must say, just a big thank you. A big thank you for all of you guys who are watching this. You guys who say you enjoy these episodes. It really means so much to me. I wasn't being fulfilled with just sharing the cool, entertaining parts of my life. That's fun. But after a while, it's like I always need to be helping people in the value standpoint. It's all about the value that I bring for you all. And I want to thank you guys who are here and support me in this. And from here in Bali, where it's super beautiful, and actually even here, this is even a better view. I know, going on the street, I got my mask. It's super beautiful. And you know, the one thing about Bali that's so amazing is like the kids here. The kids and the children, they grow up and they just play like old fashioned. No music, no nothing. No Xbox. Hello. Abakabar. No music, no Xbox. They are literally just enjoying just outside, like how it was when people who are older than 30, you remember how we used to just play like outside? That's what the people do here, and it's so amazing. But from here in Bali, I'm about to take off, and want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you got something out of this episode. Please leave me a comment, a message down below. I'm blown away by the support you guys have given me, and it really means a lot to me. It would mean a lot to me if you can support, you can contribute to my channel. Everything helps me to do what I do. And by the way, we're up to, it hasn't been super consistent this week, but we're up to 118 meals that we've given out. 118 meals we've given out, and that's a big thanks to you all who are contributing to this channel, to the patrons and YouTube members. And I just want to say that the people here appreciate it. I appreciate it. And on that note, from here in Bali, I want to thank you guys for watching, for being here, for your support, and I'll speak to everyone later. And everyone, always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.